Every small town has a story, and we're here to shine a light on the people, places, and moments that make ours unforgettable. Welcome to the Small Town Bold Stories podcast. On this episode of the podcast, we sat down with Jennifer Chapman, and Jennifer shared the story of Abe's Country Village here in Brandenburg. You've probably driven past it, no telling how many times, but you may not realize all of the things that they do. She shared with us how the business started, how it's evolved over the years, and how the community has supported it, and how it is now in its fourth generation in the same family. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Well, welcome to the podcast, Jennifer. Thanks so much for taking some time to sit down and talk. Why don't you introduce yourself, and then we'll kind of get into what you all have here.
Yeah, my name is Jennifer Chapman.
Okay, so it's been in Brandenburg since 1984.
Yeah.
You're not originally from Meade County, but have been here since, what, age 7, I think you said?
Yeah. So I was born in Montana, Culbertson, Montana is where my dad and his family are from.
Okay, and then you came back here at age 7 and have been here ever since.
Yeah, so my mom and her family, they're all from Meade County. My dad was military. He was stationed in Fort Knox when he met my mom.
Okay.
So I lived in Montana until I was 7, then we moved back here with my mom's family.
This is probably
This
like
is
home.
Yeah.
Like this is what you know. I mean,
Yeah.
Before 7, you probably don't remember much of Montana, I would say.
Yeah, some. I have a lot of memories of Montana, but mostly, I feel like this is home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. So Abe's has been here since 1984, fourth generation. Tell us like how it all came to be, the history behind it, and what all's here.
So my husband's grandfather, Theodore Abersold, he built Abe's in 1984. So his original business was a furniture store down by the river.
And that one of those old buildings down there.
Yes. So, and it had burned like right before this building was finished.
Okay.
So this was meant to be like a secondary business. And when that had burned, then this kind of became his primary business.
So did he move the furniture here, or was it just the cabins at that?
So it was kind of a collect all business at that point. So it was a motel, but then he had furniture and then like knickknacks.
Just a little bit of everything.
Everything in the store, yeah.
Okay.
So when we took over, like growing up, like when I would come in here, like when I was dating Gabe, you couldn't hardly walk through aisles.
But this building itself.
Yeah. There were aisles, there were furniture, there were shelving, there was all sorts of stuff in
You
here.
name it, it was here.
Yes.
Well, you've done a good job. It's pretty cleaned out and open now.
Yes,
So,
thank you.
Buck had done like all kinds of different things because he had a movie theater downtown at one point too, didn't he?
Yeah, so there was a show building.
Okay.
Like right across the street from the furniture store.
That building's still there, right?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was it like live shows or like movies that were recorded, or do you know?
I don't really know. I don't know the history of that.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So Buck passed in 2013, and then you all kind of took a year, and then you all came in and totally redid it in 2014?
Yeah, so the family had decided to close right after he passed away. So the building had just sat closed for a year. And then the family had decided to do an auction. So they auctioned off everything in the store, and they were going to auction off the building. And it didn't meet reserve, so they decided not to go through the auction. So, which was great for us. My husband, like he wanted to keep it in the business. Like that whole year it was closed, like we just prayed for a way that we could keep it in the family. My husband, he grew up working here. I think it was like 6th or 7th grade that he started working here, like mowing.
A lot to mow.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like by the time he finished mowing, it was like time to start mowing again.
Just an always revolving
there wasn't
door.
like a 0-turn mower back then. Like
it was a little riding lawnmowers.
Yes. So, and like he would, like once he started driving, like he started delivering furniture, mattresses. I think like they sold a lot of mattresses back then, and but you name it, like he did it for his papaw, yeah. And so it was, a passion to keep it in the family, but then to honor his papa, like his legacy, like what
Sure.
he built and he worked hard for. He wanted to
Keep it going.
So after the auction, he wanted to
Make that
pursue.
happen.
Gosh, let's see, what did we do? So he had we put our house up for sale, and just to kind of see what would happen. And we did not really get much
Activity on it.
No. So a family they were building a home. They approached us about renting our home. And so we agreed, and we moved over here.
My goodness.
We moved our family of 5 into a small 1-bedroom cabin.
So you lived in one of the cabins during that?
We did.
Wow.
So this was in 2014. We moved in one of the cabins. So it was in June of 2014, and it was until like August.
A couple months in the summer.
Yeah, that his family agreed to just let us give it a try, to reopen it and just see if it was something that we wanted to pursue. And so the day after we signed the contract with his family, Abe, my husband, was in this building just working. Like, I think he was taking nails out of the wall. Like, his papa had stuff everywhere. Yeah. So he was just like taking nails out of the wall. And this guy just randomly walks in off the street.
Boy, this could go anywhere.
We were not open. There were not cars.
And the cabins had been closed at this time, right?
Yes.
Everything was done.
Yes,
shut up.
For a year and a half.
Okay.
And asked if we would rent out every cabin for the entire hunting season.
That's a couple months.
Yeah. So like we worked out the details, and we had like August 1st to like it was like September, I think, when they wanted to start to get every room ready. And we knew it was the Lord. We knew that he was working out the details for us to make it work.
That's one of those things like, yeah, you got to jump on it.
Yeah. So we worked our tail off to get every room ready. And they used this building where they would like serve food to the hunters. Like they did guided hunting tours for these guys. And so that is kind of how it started for us. Like we moved into a cabin, like crammed in a cabin.
I can't imagine.
And so like we knew God was on it and he was going to bless us. And so
here you are.
Here we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you finally sell that house?
So yeah, the family that rented it from us, they were building a home.
Uh-huh.
So when their house was, about finished being built, we put it back on the market.
And it sold.
And it sold right as they were moving out.
Sometimes things just work out for a reason.
Yes.
You never know.
Yes.
So people are probably driven by and they probably don't realize what all is here.
Yeah.
How many cabins, like what is there here as far as what's on the property?
We have 14 cabin motel rooms.
Okay.
So 7 of them have like kitchens and living rooms. And then 7 of them are like motel rooms.
Just a typical hotel room, like, gotcha. So some of them more long-term stays with a kitchen, things like that. Some short-term, I guess.
Yeah.
And you still rent those out today? That's still a part of the business?
Yeah. Yeah, that is the main part of our business. We rent them out nightly, and then we rent them out weekly.
Okay. Do you do something like through your website, or how do most people rent those?
So we have a website, and we have all the information on our website. But to book a room, it is old school. You just call me and get all the information.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. So. That was kind of how it all started, how it had been for many years, but as you can see, it's evolved. So what all do you do now that people maybe don't know about? Obviously, maybe they do, but it's evolved greatly from when Buck had it.
Yeah. So in the gift shop, we do, we have like Candleberry, we have Willow Tree, we have Karen, which is like a skincare product. And then a major part of the gift shop is we do like t-shirts. We have a complete print shop.
Okay.
We do screen print, we do sublimation, we embroider, we can make banners, we can make any size decal, indoor, outdoor. We can make yard signs, cards, anything you want for a print shop we can do.
So how did that come to be?
Yeah, so now that's a cool story too.
Because I feel like that's probably got to have a story behind it.
Oh, for sure. So when we first came over here, like I stayed home for a long time. I was a stay-at-home mom. And so when we moved over here, my son was 1. And like that was still the desire of my heart, was to be a mom. So we rented out this as a what is it
It's like
called?
a commercial space for somebody to rent?
Yeah, so we had weddings here,
Oh, okay,
like a
so like a
reception
venue.
hall. We had weddings, baby showers, birthday parties for like the first couple years. That's what we did here. And we did not have regular business hours.
Okay.
So like if you rented a room, I would meet you here.
Gotcha.
And which was great because I needed the flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was awkward because like it tied me down. Like it wasn't good because we didn't have an office.
Exactly.
So after Chance had gotten, to be a couple years old and we had gotten to be busier, we needed to have regular office hours. So we turned one of the motel rooms into an office. And it had its pros and cons. Like we were losing income from that.
By not being able to rent it.
Yes. But then it created an office and then business hours. And I'm not one to sit still. I have
Don't
to
let
be,
any grass grow under your feet.
Oh, no, I have to constantly be doing something. And when the girls were little, I always had a craft or project going. And so I would make hair bows and set up at like different little like local craft shows. And I would crochet and make hats. And so I thought, well, if I'm going to be sitting in that office, I'm going to
do something.
I'm going to do something. And so I reverted back to what I did before. And so I made hair bows. And Marianne Miller, she used to own Memory Makers. And when she decided to close, she called me and asked me if I wanted to buy some of her equipment. And that's what she did. She did shirts. And I thought, sure, I could decorate hair bows. That was my intention. So I bought some of her stuff and I thought I'll put initials on hair bows. And then someone had called me and asked if I would make them a t-shirt. I thought, sure, I'll try. I'm not the type of person to say no. And so I did. Well, they told somebody.
Just snowballed from there.
And so on. And so I had made up my mind at that moment that if someone asked me to do it, I was not going to say no. That I was going to learn, that I was going to grow. And here we are.
Well, it's worked out pretty good, I guess.
So we opened that little shop. It was really meant to be a front desk office for the motel room in July. We moved up here the same year in October.
So just a few months later.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'd like to say that it was me and my skills, but it wasn't.
Well, I'm sure that was part of it.
God has blessed us so much in this business. His hand has been all over.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And this community too, like they just thrive to those things. Like you said, one person finds out, then it just snowballs. I'm sure that's had a part of it as well.
Yes.
So on that note, like what are some things that the community has done to like help you, or like just this community? I think it's so unique and special.
Oh, yes. Yes. We could not do what we do without the community. Our customers, they intentionally do business with us. And my husband, he tells me all the time that we have to make money.
Wasn't Gabe a math teacher at one time?
Yes.
Or was he science?
Math. Well, both.
Okay, that
his
makes sense.
major is in math and science.
That tracks.
But mostly math. And yes, so he tells me all the time it's about money. But it's not real. I mean, not always.
Yeah.
But people. It's about people, you know, and,
It's a
and
people business to an extent.
the relationships. And we have met some of the most wonderful people through this business, and they intentionally come here and support us.
Yeah.
And then the other businesses that support us outside of the gift shop, I mean, we had in 2024, almost every one of our hot water heaters broke.
Jeez, that's a lot of hot water heaters.
Yes.
And if they're occupied, you've got
Yes.
ticked.
And we were full. You know,
course.
with Nucor and contractors, every one of our rooms were full, and they expect a hot shower when they come
Exactly.
back from working. And so, and then like just random like pipes leaking, and then after the ice storm, we had a pipe burst, and Johnson's Plumbing on a Saturday came out and fixed it.
And saved you.
Yes. Like we are not talented in that way. Like
Yeah.
we have a lot of skills, but not
You got to
that.
know your lane and stay
Yes.
in it.
And Pike Electric, every time I call, they come the same day.
Because you've got a lot of places with
Yes. You know, and
Power and-
Leon Pike, he was involved when Papa built
Built
this
it.
place. Yes.
so he probably knows a little bit about
Yes.
how it was done, because I know these older buildings, like, well, let's cut a corner here and do it this way. And
Yes.
if somebody doesn't kind of know that, it's hard to get things fixed sometimes.
Yes. Yes. And in 2024, in the fall, September, it's like right after the fair, and we had straight line winds come through in the middle of
I
the
remember
night.
that.
And took out trees like around our buildings, which, you know, praise God, blew
Didn't hit the buildings.
not a one.
You got
Not
lucky
one.
there.
So it did take out a truck.
Oh,
It
wow.
took out one of our customers' trucks, and which he was fully insured.
Thank goodness.
And but it took out like trees that were close to our buildings, like crossing our driveways. And you know, Austin Chapman, our cousin, took off. Like we didn't ask him. He just came, took off work.
To help clean it up.
Oh yeah, like he loves a chainsaw. Like he loves woodworking. Like that's
His
his side
thing.
hustle.
I
Yes,
gotcha.
he has like chaps woodworking, and took off all day. And then like other family, like my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, they were here all day. And then my cousin down the road, Ryan Redmond, he owns Good Earth.
Yep.
Brought his skid steer, game changer, like all day, cleaned it up. Like it would have taken us weeks,
Yeah.
probably a month.
Yeah.
And instead of us being closed days, we were closed one day.
Then you were back up.
Oh, we
Yeah.
were back up the
Yeah.
next day.
That's awesome. And
Yes.
that's just how it is. You know, something happens, people want to help each other, and
Yes.
that's what I love about small towns. You know,
Yes.
you go Louisville or someplace like that, I'm sure people do that, but it's just not the same
No,
as
and,
it is
and
around
they
here.
would not let me pay them. They did it out of the goodness of their heart.
That's
yes.
what's so great. So,
Yes.
I'm sure you've had some interesting stories over the years.
Oh, yes.
Let's hear a few of them if you
Yes.
want to share them.
Oh, yes, yes. So motel, we meet great people. We meet people that like we are sad when they leave,
Mhm.
and some when we're like, well, you know, okay when they leave.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know, Nucor brought in all kinds of people. Like they kept us booked for 2 years straight.
I'm sure everything was booked.
Yes, yes. And so we had this one crew, and
I can only imagine where this is going.
oh, so they cooked every meal in their room, every breakfast, lunch, dinner, and there were about 4 guys sharing a room. So some guys will not share beds.
hmm
Some guys do not care. They're all about
Cheap as they can get it.
yes. And so this is back when I did maid service. There were, you know, at the beginning, me and Gabe,
At
we
all.
did every bit of the work.
Okay.
And thank the Lord we're not there anymore. But yes, we did 100% of the labor ourselves, and I was going up there every day doing the maid service. I was collecting a garbage bag of garbage.
Gosh.
and food every day. I asked Gabe, I'm like, can you get me a garbage can to put right outside of their room? It would make it so much easier on me.
Pick it up and
Yes.
go.
I'm like, if they don't put it out themselves, at least it will just make it easier on me. So he did. So the next morning I go out and it is full of ice and Corona. so yeah.
Cooler for him, wasn't it?
It was that. Gabe said, don't you say orgasm. I'm like, no, that is going in my journal.
I've learned in business, like if there's anything, you should probably take things like that and write them down because you can make a book later of all the crazy things that happen.
And that is a regret of mine. I wish from day one that we kept a journal. Like we would have a book.
Just the stories that people tell you and things you see. It's crazy.
Yes.
Any other crazy or funny stories?
So we had a woman who was on like this 3-wheel cycle. Who, like, she was an older woman.
Like for exercise or like?
No, just she was cycling across the U.S.
Okay.
And she stayed here for several days. And she ended up at Robert's farm for several days. And I could just sit and listen to her for days, her stories.
Where was she originally from? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't remember. She had a Facebook page and she like documented like her whole
process.
Yes, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but she stayed out with Mama Rob for several days at her house, and yeah.
So the people now that are coming through, what's bringing them here for the most part, you think?
So a lot of them right now are still Nucor. They're still contracted with Nucor.
Okay.
And then like over Christmas, they were like just coming to visit family. But yeah, we still have a lot of contractors.
That's good.
Yeah.
So lots of funny stories have happened. Any other like events that you all do? I know you do something at Christmas time, like community kind of involved there.
Yeah.
Are there other things throughout the year that you want to talk about that y'all do?
So Christmas is our big thing. Every November, the first part in November, we host a Christmas open house. And we've done it so many years now that it's become a tradition.
People
to a lot of the people
expect it, so you can't not do it.
No, I would. It wouldn't be good if we didn't. So we have Santa come.
Okay, you have the man in red people usually come.
Yes, and we offer free pictures with Santa. And
most places charge you now. It's like ridiculous.
You see, and that goes back to it's not always about the bottom dollar. Like I love people. I want to give back, and
especially that time of year is just fun too.
Yes, and then we started several years ago. At the beginning, doing pickle ornaments.
Okay.
And
so just like a little pickle ornament?
It's just a little pickle ornament. And we had it on Christmas trees. We have 7 of them. And if you find the pickle, then you get a prize. And it's always something different.
Okay.
It might be a gift card, but it's something good. It's always something different, but it's something good. And but the same people come every year.
They know to try to find them.
Yes.
That's fun.
Yes. And but yeah, we always try to step it up every year and make it fun. And so this year, I always get here early, and it's usually dark when I get here. And I was sitting at my desk, and I heard people on the front porch laughing and flashlights, and it was probably 7:00 in the morning. There were people on the front porch
waiting in line,
looking for pickles on the trees on the porch. Yeah.
And what time did you open that morning?
9.
Oh my gosh.
So, but I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. But then they're in line after they're looking for pickles.
Well, any other things that people should know about Abe's that they maybe don't know about? Just what should people know as we wrap things up?
I don't know.
Just come check it out.
Check it out, yeah.
So if they don't know, where are you all located?
Yeah, so we're 30 Abersold Lane. So Abersold Lane is right off of Joe Prather.
Yep.
We're right outside of Brandenburg, right down from Flaherty Chevrolet.
Okay. And then normal business hours typically?
Yeah, so we're always closed on Sundays and Mondays. And we are open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 6, and then Saturdays 10 to 3.
Gotcha. And then if they want to book something, they can call.
They can call me.
What's the phone number?
So it's 270-422-4400. And that goes right to my cell phone. So you can reach me anytime.
That could be a blessing and a curse.
It is that.
And then obviously Facebook, all the social media. You said you have a website as well.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, and then we have our website is just apescountryvillage.com.
We'll put all that in the show notes too to link it. So, well, thanks so much, Jennifer. I appreciate it. It's always fun to hear these stories and laugh about coolers full of Modelo beer. So, all right. Thank you. Have a good one. So you've got a cool story to tell. Something about our community that makes it strong and unique. You have a business. You know someone that has a really cool story about the history of our community or anything else. Well, we want to tell that story on the podcast. So do us a favor and visit smalltownboldstories.com so that we can tell that story next and you get to hear it. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Small Town Bold Stories podcast, brought to you by Next Home Chism Realty. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and we'll catch you next time with more bold stories from the heart of our hometowns.